Even though it's called Why Mars, I haven't lasted there very long. Oh dear, the computer's getting quite hot now. It doesn't like
this website. Well, look, there's
a lot of
information there.
But I don't see it. I feel like this is more a way of distributing video.
The good thing about it is every single one of these.
What about this text alignment? It's very narrow. You know, is it annoying to read text like that?
I think it's the same in the other sites.
I don't think it is. I think in the other sites it would usually go the whole way across to there at least. Yeah.
The cool thing about this site is that every single story...
I'm not sure if I'm going to read...
...is in...
I often find... Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just saying every single story is in all of these different languages, dubbed over each of the videos.
So it's got functionality.
It's a good educational resource for me.
But I often find that I can't really read more than 5 words online. Do you have that problem?
I'm interested to see what you think of the New York Times.
The New York Times. Let's go to the New York Times.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that.
New York Times. I know the address for this, but I'm demonstrating to viewers how good Google is.
Oh, I love the font.
So we've got it looks like The Age to me in a way.
Well, I think The Age copied them for some reason, but anyway.
To me, there's just too much text thrown at you, and it's hard to know
Well, that's the problem, isn't it?
What you're looking for.
I just can't get my eyes off Clive Owen. He's just so beautiful.
When there's that much text, you sort of you're bombarded with information, so you absorb none of it.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Oh my God. Sorry. Yeah, I agree with you there. Lots and lots of text.
Stylistically, though, how do you feel?
There's no video until halfway down the page.
Or is it
well, that's
pleasing?
Offensive.
Do you like the clean white background, that kind of thing? It doesn't rescale to the browser, which is a bit
It isn't as visually
appealing
as the other one for me. No?
Yeah, too raw.
But then again, if I wanted,
let's have a look at The Guardian, the bastion of socialism in England. That made me sound like a right-wing loony. I didn't mean that.
You're not right-wing.
There we go.
Same image of...
So we've got no line here, but we've got the same problem. It doesn't readjust to the browser.
I find this a lot more visually appealing.
Yeah? It's a lot cleaner, isn't it?
Two beautiful women on the first page out of 3 photos. That's
okay. Yeah, enough of you, Nick. Gab, how do you feel?
Of The Guardian?
Yeah.
I like the color, how they've color coded all the
That's a good idea.
Headings.
Yes.
Subheadings, yeah. Except not those ones.
Do you think they're the right colours? Do you think, for instance, culture should be pink? Is that suggesting that people who are into culture are pinkos?
Or is that suggesting...
Potentially.
Is that suggesting that pink should be on TV rather than making music? I think that's true.
It's a good way of capturing the kindergarten audience as well.
That's true. that sort of 1.5 to 3.
yeah, sector which has been untapped until now
in use. All right, we scroll down. Australia's on the Guardian side.
Did we just ponk the English? Yeah. I love this site. It's fantastic.
And yeah, I quite like the layout too. It's nice and clean.
I do like it. I like it.
I'm surprised that the Guardian has a layout like this. I would have thought that they would have had the same kind of issue as The Age, who are sort of stuck in the 1950s with their website.
Although they haven't. They don't have the... Oh, no, they probably do. That's the first time I've noticed the jobs section on the front page as well.
Well, classified advertising, of course, is very important online. What else are we going to have a look at here? Let's have a look at Al Jazeera.
Oh, awesome.
Who, of course, are a very good international news service.
When they're not getting bombed by the Americans.
Well, those kind of comments aren't particularly helpful, Nick. But that's true when they're not getting bombed by the Americans.
Less unhelpful than a bomb, but well, lots of pictures here. There's almost more pictures than there are words on the first page.
Yes. Do you like the pictures online, or would you rather the words?
I think the pictures are too big.
It's too much pictures. So even though we've got short attention spans online, we don't want to be completely insulted.
I do like the
idea. You know what they're referring to.
Exactly. You don't know what they're referring to.
I do like, though, the way that which was the other site that had this? They had a little small picture with every single headline, and then
Let's have a look at Gaza report, vote, delay, angers Hamas.
Hamas.
So a bad title, but perhaps it works in a
badly
search engine.
worded title.
Okay, so this is how a story looks. This is how I get them when I go through my RSS feed.
I quite like this.
I like the way that you
And you've got the related articles. So
that's a
which is
good
quite
idea.
nice.
That's a good one too.
And if there's a rant section where you can...
There's a lot more text in these articles, which is, perhaps not the online model, but I
No,
actually
but
like it.
format-
I don't understand why we have to be
We don't.
conformed to these ideas about how online will work and that it'll be a
It's
shorter
how
text
it's
span, whatever.
formatted that matters, I think.
I would be very much against. I mean, look at it this way: I could read the news online every day as opposed to newspaper. If they had the full articles, if they had actual all the full
Well,
stuff
it's justified differently, isn't it? It's not to the left. It's
in the middle,
Yeah,
central.
central.
It's not centred either.
Then
It's
the
whatever
Americans
that
would bomb
word
twice
is.
as much of it was.
Where which I've forgotten where the text goes the whole way across.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And they've also got these subheadings. Do you like the subheadings? The subheadings kind of put me off a little bit.
Definitely, I like
Really?
that.
Most news articles will do that. Online news articles.
No, I've never seen them in bold and like these.
I think in The Age, if you read The Age or even The Herald Sun,
They'll have chunks.
They'll break them into sections with subheadings.
I kind of like it because I can look at those and know where the article's going. I can read the first paragraph and then say, all right, what's the whole article talking about? I can have a glance at those and I can.
And then we have this in-depth. There's a good amount of content here.
Yeah,
this is more
my
about
favourite
what
one
they
so far, actually.